Good day to all the MS Army fans. Man, Scott here. Manchester United season expectations / predictions. Let's get straight to it now. Of course, the aim for us is to win the league. It's always the aim, no matter what, no matter who under, no matter where we at. We always, if we don't win the league, it's not a good season for us unless we win the Champions League. Nonetheless, let's get straight to it now. Now, firstly, to win the league, to take back what is rightfully ours, and to have us singing 21 times at the end of May to dethrone Chelsea. Our defense, it's really worrying. I mean, since pre-season, since the first game, we've started a backline of the first game against, I believe, I don't remember, Club America, yeah. Darmian, Jones, Blind, and Shaw. And that has been the same backline all the way to the PSG game. And honestly, to have Blind at centre back, it's not bad, but we need, and Jones, we need something better. I was hoping we could get Nicolas Otamendi, but seems as if he's staying at Valencia. Rumours that we're linked to Pepe. I personally don't want Pepe at the club. I mean, watching Real Madrid play, we all see what Pepe is capable of, good and the bad, and I don't think we need that. I mean, it would add extra maturity, experience, but at the same time, what cost does experience make if he's a ticking time bomb and he's not a regular ticking time bomb? He's an actual bomb. But nonetheless, as I said before, improve the defense. Darmian and Shaw, looking up. Darmian, very great asset for the team. I'm glad we got him. Shaw looks to be having one of his best seasons ever. You know, he's been really playing good at the preseason, and hopefully he carries this form all the way. Of course, with European football, no matter who we play, I think we should beat them to qualify for Champions League group stage. But before we get into that, of course, when we do that, the team is going to need a lot of rotation because of, you know, injuries, you know, fatigue, and the schedule is obviously going to be bigger, which we should be used to. Sorry, we're Man United, so you know Blackett might get a few runs in, and hopefully he's ready for that. Don't be surprised if Blackett gets a few runs, guys, because knowing Shaw, even though he's fit right now, he might be injured come the start of the season. Well, we never know when people are gonna get injured, but just look out for Blackett this season. That's what I'm saying. As for Darmian, Darmian seems very fit. I'm absolutely upset that we sold Raphael, but you know, we have to do what we have to do. And you know, same for him. Injuries, bookings, anything, Valencia is gonna have to come in, but he definitely will start and will be our starting right back for the season. Moving on now into the midfield. Now, I've seen many formations that will line up, and would I take back what I said about Mata? Yes. Cause if you guys remember earlier in the video, I said that Mata looked to be pushed out of the team with her new signings. But the player that seems to be pushed out is Ander Herrera, and one that I do not agree with. I mean, even though we signed players like Bastian, Schneiderlin for the midfield, Pep came out and said that Bastian was unfit for 3 years. Now, I don't know if he's trying to startle us or what. Well, we need to take that into account. And the thing with Herrera makes his team click. He has that partnership with Mata. He has one of the best pass accuracies in the league. He has one of the best shots in the league when on target. When his shots are on target, he rarely misses. He doesn't. I think it's 6 out of 7. So he's the Spanish Paul Scholes. So basically, I really want Herrera to start because he can combine with the attacking forwards. He is the type of player that will make us click. But I think he will start if Van Gaal opts for 4-3-3. If it's 4-2-3-1, I don't think Herrera will be starting much. But Van Gaal did say he still prefers the 4-3-3. So hopefully we don't have to go through what we went through last season, rallying the manager to have Herrera start. Looking at it, Carrick probably opted him to start over Bastian for the first game of the season at Tottenham, due to the fact probably just Premier League experience. Schneiderlin might probably get a start too, and Schneiderlin, like Carrick, they both can find players with long balls. I mean, most of our D mid should be able to do that and are be able to do that. But I think with Carrick, you just have it to such an extent. I mean, been playing with Paul Scholes so much of his time, pick up so much of his traits, and Schneiderlin, hopefully Schneiderlin can mature into the player. What I'm trying to say is, for the defensive mid position, we're really sorted out. How often now is just up to those players to play good. Don't forget Blind there, because if we get a centre back and all, especially with Rojo when he's ready, I think Rojo will start. Somebody game has to be taken. Alright, up front now with the 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1. I think Young was reportedly have had a knock in training or something. But honestly, for the first game of the season, and I might surprise some of you, if we play 4-2-3-1, I would start Mata, Depay, Pereira, and Rooney. Yes, reason being, Pereira looked more promising than Young in the preseason. Maybe I'm a bit getting ahead of myself. Maybe I'm just starstruck because it's a Brazilian youngster, but trust me, Pereira, he seems to have something about him I don't know that Young doesn't have. I think he takes on players to better effect. Yeah, that. I mean, not saying. I just hope he gets a good run in the games. He should. And as for players like Depay, Young, Mata, you have to realize that now that those three players are very rotational, because you can play Young attacking mid, you can play Mata on the wing, you can play him attacking mid, same for Depay. So if we have a lot of movement amongst those three, we can expect a lot of confusion in defenders and cause a lot of goals. And of course up front. Up front now is where some people's worries slash relief are, because we haven't signed anyone, and it's up to players like Rooney, Wilson, Pereira, Januzaj, and Javier Hernandez to provide the goals. Of course, Rooney said that he'll take the goals for the team, but I'm tell the truth, I'm not really sure if Rooney is still a 20 Premier League goals a season striker. Reason being, he's dropping back a lot more. I mean, he hasn't played an out and out number 9 position for so long. You wonder if he lost that little knowledge about, not knowledge, the natural instinct. I mean, he's a hard player now, but you have to wonder. And because of this, and because of Man United's way of making their fans nervous and coming back dramatically, do not be surprised if Javier Hernandez, when he was here, he was played the role of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a super sub. Do not be surprised if he plays a big role in our season this season. Trust me, guys. Do not underestimate the little P. One of my favorites, and hopefully he can find back his career at Man United. Now, just outline the team, guys. Basically, in terms of positions, we can win the league. We always have a chance of winning the league. But how are we going to win the league now? Simple. Our defense has to be solid. If De Gea stays and De Gea finds back form, that in goal, if he finds back form, we have a very good goalkeeper on our hands that will, save points for us. But as Fergie said, defense wins your titles, attacks win your matches. It's all up to defense, because I think that at the end of the day, we still kind of have the same problems as last season. And the attack, I'm a bit worried about the goal department, but at the same time, I think when you have a player like Bastian with all the experience that he has, Carrick in the midfield, Herrera, Schneiderlin, and we'll have Pereira, youngsters. We'll have a good mixture, and I think that we will find goals. We will. In terms of Champions League now, we know it would be kind of far-fetched to say we could go all the way. Probably not this season. And I mean, based on how it stands now, we might get a team like Bayern or Real in our group. You know what? Give us PSG in our group, and we'll show Angel. We will beat him. I'd love that. So basically, hopefully, we'll go as far as, say, probably semi-final. Of course, I want us to win, but you have to look at it from a realistic perspective. And in terms of domestic titles, FA Cup, I think we should go for the FA Cup and the Carling Cup. Reason being, Arsenal took our most FA Cup titles away from us. I want it back. Let's win the FA Cup. Let us go out and win the FA Cup, and let's win the league. In terms of the Carling Cup, but the FA Cup, I really want it back. It's been too long since we have won an FA Cup. But nonetheless, guys, sorry for the long video, but I had to get some of these pointers through. Malik Scott here. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and peace. MUFC.